I think maybe America more like some quick result, surgery or something, Botox. Or Asian people tend to like more natural, longer lasting result. Because quick fix doesn't last long time. If you have a habit to do this all the time, of course you're gonna have a beautiful jawline. It's gonna be lifted here. Maybe more than 50% of the people cannot do this mewing swallow. So they drink like this, 1, 2, 3, like this. Not this.
Mystery Desiree podcast. Koko Hayashi, it's amazing to see you. Thank you so much for coming on. So I first met you through Mike Mew.
Yes.
And I was obviously very impressed by your YouTube channel, but
Thank you.
What really, I mean, it's incredible. We've
been doing a long time. Like I feel so old.
Well, you look so young, and that's the point.
I'm 44, so yeah. Oh yeah, but on YouTube, even a young person can be like an old person on YouTube if you've been doing a long time.
Yeah, it ages you internally. You read you read all the comments and they age you.
Yeah.
But actually, what really struck me about you was your character. I think.
Okay.
Mike was planning an event and he had you there.
Yeah. What's going on?
I have no idea. I'm not involved in that. But I was struck by how put together you are. It seems like it came out to me that your life is very structured and you know how to build an empire, as I would say.
No.
Like your mind is and so I was really interested in talking to you because I want to get some sort of that essence from you.
Not structured, but no, this is like, the operation business. We've been doing the businesses. Yeah, I've been doing a long time. So you have to be efficient.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
When you say we've been doing it, is there anyone else on your team that you've been working with for a long time?
Yeah. Like I'm on screen. I'm the only one who is on screen, but we are a team. I don't know the business, e-commerce, Japanese skincare thing, and then face yoga is another business. And yes, it's multiple people. We work together. Yeah.
Wow. Is it you that came up with the concept of face yoga?
No. My legend mentor Fumiko is that one. Even before her, I think she started maybe 20 years ago. Even before her, there's some US or Europe people doing like face exercise or face exercises. But I think Fumiko, she's a Japanese lady in US and she started saying face yoga. So, and I learned her method. That was the beginning. So she's my mentor. And she's considered a legend in face yoga industry. Yeah.
How did you first get in contact with her?
Because she was already famous at that time. Even like 20 years ago, Japanese book.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Somehow more Japanese people do face yoga than American. I don't know why.
Japanese people also look very young, so I don't know if that's the reason.
Younger
Asian people in general.
But yeah, I don't know. I think maybe America more like some quick result, surgery or something, Botox. Or Asian people tend to like more natural, longer lasting result than quick fix. Because quick fix doesn't last long time.
And I think Chinese medicine, obviously it's not Japanese, but there's overlap in culture is based on kind of a holistic approach. So like how foods that we eat impact our body rather than like here's a problem and here's the solution.
Yeah, more holistic approach. I just talked to a Chinese doctor in the morning today. I'm gonna do some Chinese herb.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, to prepare for my upcoming menopause.
Yeah, that's That's something I don't often think about as menopause, but it will be coming, and we should probably figure out how to do it the right way.
It's coming at some point, so I wanted to be prepared. And he was like, "You'll be surprised. Like, I don't have any health issue, but I'm already thinking about it." So it's kind of rare.
Well, that's how you prevent health issues, I think.
Yes, yeah. And the mewing is the same thing. It's I don't have any problem with I don't have any TMJ pain or anything, but since you do the mewing, correct tongue posture, you can prevent so much. It's a long-term game. Yeah, that's how I got interested in it. Yeah.
How did you first start your YouTube channel?
I think I was just doing like diet or skincare or something irrelevant from face yoga. I wasn't doing face yoga at that time. I was doing some exercise for face, but maybe I think I was doing more like body exercise or something. Totally irrelevant. At that time, I was just trying to figure out what works. Yeah. And then every time, but because I was doing exercise for the face at that time, I was throwing in some facial exercises time to time, and it seemed like people like face exercise rather than skincare or other just health and beauty tips. That's how I realized that maybe there's a market for it.
There's definitely a niche in
it's very niche. It is still niche.
Yeah. I mean, somewhat. Like, you've got 500,000 subscribers. Like, I mean, it is still niche, I guess. It's still...
Yes.
Yeah. I saw you recently on America's Got Talent. And once again, I was very impressed. How did you, like... If you haven't seen that video, by the way, after you watch this interview, go and watch it and let us know in the comments what you thought, because it was incredible.
Fun experience, crazy experience. I didn't know that comedian would be on the show, on that stage. I didn't watch the show, so I didn't know much about it. But last year, somehow I found some comedian people are on the show, on the stage. And there's a Japanese lady who is looking like me and then similar age, and then she's comedian. I didn't know the comedian would be able to perform on AGT. I thought you have to be like a dancer or singer or something. But I learned that, you could do that as a comedian. Oh, okay, that's cool. Then people tell me that I talk like comedian because I make a lot of jokes or sound effects or a lot of things. So then I thought, maybe I will apply for it. And at that time, I applied as a tongue expert. Mewing, because the secret purpose for me is to educate the public about tongue posture. And I thought it would be good opportunity on AGT. And then when I did the audition, somehow, luckily, the producer who is doing the online audition knew me from Instagram or something. So I was able to get to the next round. And then as we do more, they asked me like, can you do this? Oh, okay, I'll do this. Like a lot of back and forth. So many videos I sent, like audition tape. Yeah, but then they said, let's change to face yoga than tongue focus. That's how it changed from tongue to face yoga act.
Yeah, it's all connected though. It's all... Yeah,
it's related. It's fine. But I think they wanted the judges to do some funny faces because it's a TV show, so you need to make some laughters. Yeah, having the judges do correct tongue posture isn't very interesting. Sure. I would have loved to do that, but someone said, maybe it's too erotic because you have to, in US, not in Japan I don't think, but in US, open mouth and then showing the inside the mouth or doing a big tongue showing, can be considered as erotic. I didn't know. Is it you are in Australia, right?
I'm in Australia, but I'm a U.S. citizen as well.
You're U.S.? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have an American accent, but I've lived in Australia most of my life.
Okay. I don't know. In Australia, is it considered erotic?
It could be. I mean,
really?
Not in the way that I would. The way you were doing it didn't seem like it. I think you could change it to make it. Calling yourself a tongue expert might have some implications there. Yeah.
I didn't know at that time. Anyway, that's how I changed from tongue to face yoga act.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny that when I did that one of the judges said, this was not aired, but are you a comedian? So somehow I was categorized as comedian on their note.
Yeah, it was very funny though. Like it was a really funny act. And it got a ton of it did really well. People loved it. It was great.
that was interesting. There are lots of scenes that I cannot publicly say because of contract, but it was a lot interesting experience. But it was really good because it's huge. A lot of people know globally. Yeah. So I'm honored. I'm thankful. Yeah.
Yeah. Mewing is such a neglected health crisis. I mean, if you aren't familiar with mewing,
there are so many people who still don't know. Don't know.
Absolutely not. I did an interview on Mike Mew on my channel a little bit before, so a lot of my viewers are familiar with mewing. But in case they aren't, do you want to explain mewing to people?
I feel weird.
I can do it as well. Okay, that's all right. I can explain it for sure. I also work for Mike, so I can understand
Dr. Mike, and you work with him?
Yeah. I do some video stuff for him, and I do some stuff for the Patreon mostly.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into it?
I think what worked. What happened for me was I sent Mike some videos that I had made. So I interviewed him, which was a stroke of luck. My housemate Theron was like, Mike Mew just posted that he wants to be on podcasts. So you need to go message him. And so thanks Theron. So I went and messaged him, and I didn't know much about mewing at the time, but I did some research and
when was
went
that?
And talked to him. October, November.
You mean last year?
Yeah, last year.
Oh my gosh, you're very new then.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't know almost anything about mewing, and then
okay. I thought you knew long time or something.
No, not at all. Theron has been telling me about it for a long time, but I didn't really listen very much. So try me, teach me, teach the audience. Sure. So mewing is pretty simple. It's that. There's this idea that humans are meant to, we evolved to have a different lifestyle and diet than we do now. And that lifestyle and diet involved eating more food, eating more food because you're going out and picking berries and eating roots from the ground, which don't have necessarily a lot of nutrients in them, or a lot of calories, I should say. And then the meat you eat might be dried and just, it's like leathery, it's like you might have this dried meat for months. And so what that does is it ends up with you chewing a lot more. And so right now we have these high calorie foods that are like Starbucks drinks, and you can just get 1,000 calories in a drink and then just not chew at all. And so our face muscles are just kind of atrophied in a way that they aren't really in tribal societies. And so that's one. It's just chew more. That's really good for you. It makes your jaw bigger. I think it enhances your cheekbones a little bit. But then the second principle, ancient principle, I guess you could call it, is breastfeeding. Super important. So babies who drink out of bottles have a different, it's a different swallow mechanism than babies who breastfeed. And a lot of us have the wrong tongue posture because of that. And so your tongue needs to be on the roof of your mouth all the time, just behind your teeth. You're familiar with this. I know I've seen a bunch of videos of you. Yes,
I talk about mewing almost every day.
All the time. Yeah,
almost every day. I feel like I'm Dr. Mew's assistant or something.
Yeah, you are. Totally, you are.
Yeah, online. I've never met him though.
Oh, really? I haven't either in person though.
Yeah, because I contacted him at the beginning of a pandemic.
Oh.
Of course, I knew mewing before that, but yeah. Okay, so let me do my pitch because I teach how to teach mewing to my instructor people. Okay. So everyone, not Serene, but people who are watching this YouTube, close your mouth and rest your face. Do nothing. No smiling, no eating or nothing. Just rest your face. And where is your tongue right now? And this is your upper teeth. And this is your tongue. Option 1 is maybe the tip of the tongue is touching the palate like this. Or maybe a little bit more like this or like this. Anyway, it's touching the palate. Could be touching the teeth, but it's touching up. That's option 1. And write down the number in the comment below, please. And option 2 is your tongue is in the middle. Maybe again touching the teeth, but it's not touching the palate. It's not touching the bottom either. It's in the air, kind of. That's number 2. And number 3 is your tongue is on the bottom, on the ground, bottom of the mouth. So please, everyone, write down 1 or 2 or 3. Where's your tongue right now? And then, as we know, the answer is correct tongue posture, aka mewing, is this. And you show your mouth. Serene, can you show your mouth? And a little bit 45 degree. This can be the thumbnail of the video. So
beautiful.
You're gonna do like and then isn't it flat? And you can close your mouth too if it's easier. That is mewing. That is flat, up and flat. So very often people misunderstand when I say tongue is up. They do this, but it's not. This, it's not but and then close your mouth, and that's mewing. We are supposed to be doing like all the time. I say more than 23 hours per day. By doing so, the airway is more open, so it's easier to do nose breathe. You're gonna get beautiful jawline, no more double chin, cheeks are lifted. So you're gonna get the not just for health benefit, but also beauty benefits as well.
What does good tongue posture do to the face?
For beauty, you're gonna get the defined jawline. If you do Google mewing before after, you're gonna see so many people who have like a chubby face to peep, like this really good looking face. And cheeks gonna be lifted because your tongue is gonna be here. So the maxilla is gonna be lifted as well. Although you're not gonna pressure though. No pressure. Just touching lightly. Just touching. But because you're like lifting up all the time, this can be slightly lifted and this is your cheekbone. So if you wanna lift up your face, you have to tongue up as well. And double chin is another beauty benefit. Literally, this is an easier fix. If you have, for example, if you're not fat, but you have a double chin, that means your tongue muscle is down. And that's the double chin.
So when I put my tongue up, and then when I put my tongue down,
yeah, that's a big difference, right?
Huge difference.
Yeah. And we if you have a habit to do this all the time, of course you're gonna have a beautiful jawline. It's gonna be lifted here. Yeah, so this is another thing I wanted to do, like face magic on the AGT, but I couldn't.
Oh, what's face magic? What is that?
No, I thought it would be because originally I was gonna do mewing as a main act, so I wanted to bring some people to show like this, like this, and then because they don't know the trick, they don't know mewing, so I thought it'd be interesting to like double chin to define jawline. 1 second.
Yep.
And I was trying to find some other participants next to me, but I couldn't find it.
No, okay.
That could
That's a
have
good
been
idea.
really interesting. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's interesting because I think the face is actually more. I think we often have this idea that our face is just our face and we can't change it very much. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually, especially when younger, but actually I think older people can change their face quite a bit. And so with the tongue posture, I think it does slowly separate, like the maxilla, I think it is, and then like push the cheekbones out. And
Up.
it's,
Yes.
up, yeah.
Up.
And you can get just more, like, it's incredible. You can actually get like more breathing room even. Like,
Yeah,
and more
nose
prominent
breathing
cheekbones.
much easier. Nose is gonna lift too, possibly because here, and this is your nose, right? So it's gonna lift the maxilla. When you lift up maxilla, nose is gonna be lifted, eyes gonna be more up, cheek is gonna be up. Everything is up, except this. Yeah,
You definitely see people who mew for a few years, and their nose goes from more bent to straighter because their whole face is pointing out, and so their nose straightens up. It's incredible.
Yeah, even the nose, eyes, they're so. It's just not just here. It's beyond here. It's more even here. Affects even like a neck, body posture improves too. Because if you do bad body posture and close your mouth and you mew, it's hard to nose breathe. So it forces you, not forces, but it encourages you to have good body posture. Then some people,
Yeah, nose breathing is another principle of mewing.
Yeah,
Like
some
nose breathe all the
people
time.
even claim that they become taller because of mewing. Because not directly mewing, but directly encourages good body posture.
Good posture. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So when did you,
it's just so important.
how old were you when you started mewing?
36 or 7 or something.
So there's this general idea in the community that the cutoff for like really good results from mewing is around 25 or maybe a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Have you noticed good results from mewing?
Personally, I don't. Because I was nose breathing.
You were
But-
already nose breathing. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I was. Personally, I don't, but I see many people claim that and I see many face before after pictures too.
Oh yeah, tons. I run the Patreon Discord group for Mike, and there's so many people that I talk to on a regular basis who have had like they post their photos. I talk to them like they've had incredible results from just mewing.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yes. I personally don't see visually. I don't see big difference, but I definitely feel less tension in the chin. That was my chin tension is one of the overlooked areas.
I've
And
never heard of chin tension before.
yeah, I
What is
know
that?
people don't talk about it except me. But you don't want to have tension in here. It's gonna drop everything down.
I don't know what tension there feels like.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know either until I do some exercise and then people pointed me, but I didn't know how to reduce the chin tension until I do some exercise. But anyway, the mewing help reduce chin tension. I feel the difference. So I might not see big difference visually because of mewing, but I do feel big difference in feeling. Feeling. It's much less here. When the tongue is up, you're gonna have good tension up. If the tongue is down, because my tongue was down. If the tongue is down on the floor, you're gonna have bad tension here. Downward. In our method,
You look
we
like this.
always. Yeah, that's more like that's worse. Have you seen something like this? Like a blue red?
No.
Okay, so welcome them. This is our thing. Everything we do, including mewing, is for this. Blue muscles are sleeping muscles that we want to lift up, activate to lift up. And red muscles are overworking muscles when you want to relax. And this chin tension is red, which means overworking downward.
Oh, I see.
So if because then if your tongue is down, it's like this is pushing down. It's already overworking down, but if your tongue is down, even worse. Like you're pressing, like weight is downward, so your face is gonna be pulled down. So mewing helps to if the mewing is up, the tongue is up, you're gonna have good tension like around here because tongue is here. And this bad tension will be reduced. This bad tension will be reduced to a lot of American.
Oh yeah, the chubby cheeks.
Yeah, chubby cheeks coming from masseter tension and TMJ pain. That's another huge market. And they often, if you're having trouble with this here, probably you're not mewing. Maybe you don't know mewing.
So the chin tension you mentioned is interesting because I've just thought of, Mike has often pointed out people who have a large lower lip, and because they're compensating because they can't make a lip seal very easily. So they can't they're so used to having their mouth open that they have to like overcompensate with their lower lip, which I think is chin tension.
Yes. So I actually do not recommend to close your mouth if you have a lot of chin tension already, because you have to use a lot of chin tension to close. And in order to close your mouth, you have to keep using this overworking muscle. Yep. So if that's happening to someone, I do recommend to keep it open, unfortunately, until you master how to reduce chin tension. Which is going to take time. Yeah, because otherwise you're going to overwork this. So first you have to be able to relax this. And then after that, you can slowly shorten the width of the mouth. Not width of the mouth, but slowly close. I noticed at the beginning, I didn't know much about it. So I told everyone, close your mouth, because that's what everyone says. Everyone has to close your mouth and nose breathe. But for some people, it's hard. They already have a lot of tension. They have to reduce this first. If you want to look younger.
Yeah. If you want to look older, then don't. Just ignore everything.
If you want to look older, you don't care, it's saggy face, then maybe just close your mouth with chin tension. I don't know. But most of my followers, clients are beauty conscious, health conscious too.
Yeah, that's so funny because all of my followers just want to look older. They're constantly asking how they can look old and wrinkled. So it's maybe this isn't the right podcast for them.
What's the age?
The general age is I think 25 to 35, and almost all men, which is weird, but I don't know.
Oh, 25? Okay. Younger adult?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
it's 18 to 25 as well.
Okay. Men might not care, but women do. Most of my followers are women, so they care.
I don't care. I'm just doing I'm just interviewing people that I want to interview. I don't care. Like, they don't. I mean, more people will come, I'm sure, or they won't, and it's fine. But it's men need to. I mean, for men, you can get a stronger jawline anyway. Like, you can get
I was watching something, and they proud of a strong chin. To me, like, but it's different idea, perspective.
Well, it depends. There's different chin because some chins are very weak, and like kind of recessed.
That's different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's very important to everyone. It's interesting. Ever since I started mewing, I've been lip taping recently. I'm sure you lip tape, right? Yeah. So at nighttime, you tape your lips shut, and it's funny. Everyone always says like, "Oh, what if I can't breathe?" And it's like, if I can't breathe, I will wake up.
Yeah, I mean, you are gonna tear the tape. It's fine as long as you're like adult, grown up.
Yeah, adult. Don't do it to a baby.
Yeah, don't do a baby, or if you're 6 years old or something, don't do it without your parents' supervision. Yeah. But as long as you're like, I don't know, like 16 or older or something. Yeah, they're gonna wake up. It's not like really strong tape or anything like that.
No, I just use super weak tape, and So yeah, I tape my lips shut at night, but I've been noticing during my sleep when I sleep without it, I wake up and I notice all the time that how my tongue posture is. Like as I'm like half coming out of a dream, I'm like, oh my mouth's open, let me shut that. And then I've been getting way better at just shutting my mouth at night. Like I guess I'm so in the community right now that it's like in my unconscious.
That's good. That's really good. You have the rule in unconscious mind, and then that's why even when you're sleeping, you keep it up. You shut the mouth, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
it's
is
good.
really good. I started mouth taping a couple years ago, and my boyfriend was, of course, making fun of it at the beginning, and then now he's doing more than me.
Yeah.
I'm experimenting some other stuff right now, but he's diligently doing it every single night.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friends, I think they made fun of it, and then they're like, "Oh, I don't have a dry mouth anymore." I wake up in the morning, like, which is very bad for your teeth too.
Yeah, it's not just bad for teeth, but bad for face. We talked about chin tension. Every time you drop your jaw, even slightly down, you are using this tension and stretching the skin to create jowl.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, so because we have do more beauty stuff, so we don't just talk about nose breathing. It's beyond nose breathing. Close your mouth and then jaw up. Because with age, face become longer. The position of the jaw drops. That's how you get longer face. In addition to like saggy skin or something. But it's mostly coming from bone position. It's wrong. It's too down. And if your mouth is open 1/3 of the day, the jaw is down. Of course, even when you wake up, you close your mouth, but still the jaw, the position is so wrong. And then the jowl, once you get the jowl here, it's hard to remove naturally. Even medically, it's hard. So you don't want to have it.
No, not at all.
Nope.
And you say you're just about beauty, but I think if we think about how we evolved, like we evolved to see health, right? And so we're attracted to people who are healthy and therefore beautiful to us. And so even though you're like a beauty focused influencer, health is such a major component of that.
Yes, because it's impossible to become beautiful without being healthy. Yeah, it's so related. And thankfully, my followers, they really do understand. Yeah, some people... Do you know myofunctional therapy?
Yeah.
Have you heard of?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm not myofunctional therapy, so I cannot speak. But what I do happen to be very, very similar to myofunctional therapy. So people sometimes ask me if I'm a myofunctional therapist. I'm not. But it's just it's so related for health. Because myofunctional therapy is for dental professionals. And I'm not dental professional. But what I do happen to be very, very dental related. Yeah. That's why I have a lot of dental friends.
Oh, do you?
Dentist. Yes. I'm very popular among dentists.
Oh, I bet. Absolutely.
Because dentists, they don't know how to teach. They know that medical treatment, which I don't know, but they don't know how to teach kids or people in an interesting style.
Yeah, your explanation was excellent. That you just
yes,
you did that there.
That's a very short version of what I teach to.
But I could see how it would be so good to kids. I mean, you're very animated and it's fun.
Yeah. Yes, I happen to be. Yeah, often people say animated. Yeah.
I think it's hard to teach young kids because it's hard to get them to form habits and patterns.
Yeah, but we have to teach kids though, because the earlier you master this habit, the better. They're gonna have a better life.
Oh, absolutely. I really think someone needs to release like a mewing picture book or something for children.
Yeah, mewing book for kids. Yeah, like a kids book. I thought about it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, and that would be a really good present for young mothers or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're out there and you make kids books, hit me up if you're making a mewing kids book. I would love to help you in some way because it's totally needed. Mewing has to be one of the most underrepresented health issues. I genuinely think it's one of the most underrepresented health issues in the world because it's not just about beauty. Like people have sleep apnea is one of the major symptoms of poor mewing. There's a lot of reasons why you can get sleep apnea. It might not be because of mewing, but if your face is pushed back, then you can't breathe. Your entire you don't have any room in your mouth, in your throat, in your nose to breathe, and so you're just suffocating every night. It puts massive strain on your heart, and then you die super early. It's terrible.
Yeah, snoring, sleep apnea, CPAP machines. That's really uncomfortable.
Mike has told me that he's treated patients before, and once they have, he does expansion, so he doesn't just do mewing. Like for adults, sometimes they need to expand, and he says that that patients will come back to him and say, "Oh, I can run now. I thought I couldn't run well before, but I actually just didn't have enough space to breathe. Like the throat wasn't big enough." So even like a millimeter of extra space is actually you can get a lot more volume of air down there, like you can pressure or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It literally changes life. We get so many comments. We did a mewing 101 video at the beginning of pandemic. That became really popular, classic YouTube video among others. And we still get a lot of comments. And lots of people say, life-changing, life changer.
Yeah.
So we are literally changing people's lives. Not just face, but the people's lives. That's crazy. Yeah.
Better sleep is it will change. I mean, better sleep can make the difference between whether or not you get a university degree or not. I mean, it's huge. Whether or not you can form good relationships because you're in a good enough mood. You have the social capacity.
Performance levels or feeling, emotional state. It's so important. Like sometimes when I wake up zombie and it's so crap, my day is like crap all day long. But when I wake up like really fresh, my day is so good. Yeah, so I haven't got it, but I got a ring to check the sleep score. I'm so excited.
Oh, cool. Nice. That's great.
Yeah, it's that important.
I'd love it if you could teach me some facial yoga. I don't know. Do you know what do you think the most common facial yoga practice that people need to know is?
I think we can do the drinking as you have something to drink. And it's related to mewing. Yeah. So right now, the way you drink is like a little bit like again chin tension and then going down. So you want to keep your good posture, and the drink comes to you, so you don't have to go like this down. That's one thing. And I love that fact that you're using the big one like this. I don't like small like water bottle. It forces you to look like this.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, not just wrinkle, but the chin tension again. If you talk to me, you often hear chin tension, masata tension, like mewing tongue all the time. But anyway, so that's bringing the water come to you. So that's the first step. And there are more other things, but the second important thing is when you get the water, this is your upper teeth and this is your tongue. So you open the mouth like this and the water come here. And then you want to quickly, spot tip of the tongue in the spot, which means here.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I love all the demonstrations.
Yeah, no.
All the props you
have. I have a lot
great.
here. You don't see it, but I have a lot all the time because I do this all the time.
Yeah.
So you got to put the tip of the tongue in front of the upper teeth. I'm sorry, behind
but
upper
not
teeth.
touching them, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which we correct. Which we call a sweet spot. And then so there's a water here. You quickly hold it. And then I call it mewing swallow. Are you doing it? Do you
Yeah.
are you able to do it?
I think so.
So you get the water, hold it, and then quickly swallow. Yeah. So for you, maybe because you're mewing, it's easy, but not for everyone. To me, it's easy. I mean, I cannot drink like this, but some people, like, I don't know, 50-50 or could be more than 50% of the people I ask. So I think more than 50 because my people are more conscious already. So in the general public, maybe more than 50% of the people cannot do this mewing swallow. So they drink like this, 1, 2, 3, like this. Not this.
Mike's, I don't really understand. Mike says that when you aren't swallowing properly, you can see the face move. Like I kind of just did there. Like,
yeah, you're using other muscle by mistake. Like chin, like right now, you did it like that. That's wrong. You're not supposed to do that. And the fact that I can hear your swallowing sound is not good either. That means you're using the, like, if I exaggerate, you might be doing like this. Using the neck muscle to swallow instead of tongue. So could be possibly you might be drinking too much water. Practice with a little amount, so it's easier.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I do a lot of water. Like I drink a lot of water at a time.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That forces you to use more like throat or neck muscle too much, including chin tension again.
And oftentimes, I often inhale the water. I don't know why I do this, but I do it all the time.
Too fast.
Too fast. Okay.
There's another exercise that let's do with the saliva first because it's easier. You're gonna massage saliva gland or something and get some saliva, but do not drink yet. Keep it in the mouth, and then mewing, and then open your mouth, and then swallow. Swallow. With mouth open. This is my favorite. Yeah. Are you able to do it?
Yeah.
And then now let's do with the water, but the tiny amount though, because you're gonna spill probably. Very little amount.
Probably.
Well, good.
On my podcast.
Was it easy?
Yep.
Okay.
That's
good.
cool. That's really cool. Oh, good to know.
There's more. So you're gonna do this time, water, but without finger, but with mouth open.
Wow. Okay.
If you can do that, you have a potential to use tongue muscle for swallowing.
Your mouth is way more open than mine was, though. I can open a little bit, but not like fully.
Right, and try not to show lower teeth. That's another hard part.
Oh, okay. All right.
How long we do? Like a big smile helps not to show lower teeth too. But this is a great exercise to not to use other muscles.
If you're on an audio podcast, I don't know what to tell you. You should go on video.
Yeah, if this is a podcast, it's hard for people to understand what we're doing. But basically, open, keep mouth open, keep your mouth open, and then swallow with the mewing. If you can do that, that means you're fully using your tongue muscle. Instead of depending on other muscles by mistake. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is this what you do in your coaching sessions?
Yeah, so
stuff like this?
we say Koko face yoga. So lots of people misunderstand that we do a lot of exercise. We do a lot of exercise, but the main thing is the purpose of doing exercise is to activate the sleeping muscle, blue muscle, and relax overworking muscle, the red muscle, so that you have better face posture, better face habit, how to drink, how to eat, how to smile, how to yawn, how to speak, how to smile. Did I say that? How to rest your face, including mewing. Then you do not need so many exercises. So
one thing that I noticed actually, so when you were teaching me how to drink, I drank like I would imagine royalty drinks. Like the queen doesn't, or the king now doesn't like.
Oh yeah, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. So imagine you're a British king or something, royal family.
They're gonna be straight up, and they're gonna bring the drinks to them.
Yeah, I'm sure they're being trained, something like that. Something like that. And then we don't know what's going on inside of their mouth, but it should be. We call it mewing swallow. So important. Because we drink water every day. How many times do you swallow? Including
every time
saliva?
is like a rep. Is like a rep of an exercise.
Yes,
like,
yes.
That you, every time you swallow, it's another piece of practice.
It's an opportunity to train your tongue. Well, of course, we have some exercise for the tongue to, stretching and then training, like a lot of stuff. But this is the easiest. Drinking is the easiest because we drink anyway.
It's very interesting to me how after I learned about mewing, I thought about the way society perceives status and how mewing behavior is seen as higher status in society. Like, for instance, I don't know if you have a word for this, but I mean, there's this insult mouth breather that people call other people, and it means you're stupid or like you're like a redneck sort of thing, like a mouth, like you're kind of dull. I'm sorry, are you from Korea? Is that correct?
Japanese.
Japanese. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. In Japan, do they have any like phrases or something that something like mouth breather or like slack jawed is another one, like slack jawed is a
I don't know.
It's an insult to people. Or like, do they teach you good manners or like standing up straight and drinking politely?
Not everyone learns that. I don't think so.
No, yeah, not everyone learns it, but like high class people, do they often? Yeah,
I think
would they often
do training,
sip tea like that?
Yeah, like manner, etiquette. Yeah, I have a friend who teaches that. She's a walking instructor. That's another thing. Cool. Walking. She teaches how to walk.
How to walk? Wow.
Yeah, for regular people like me, I learn from her because I'm not disabled, so I can walk. Of course, I can run. I can do a lot of things, but the way I walk is wrong. I'm not using the right muscle in the right way. According
what
to
is
her.
Your friend's name?
Kimiko.
Kimiko. Oh, that's a great name. That's such a cute name.
Koko and Kimiko. Something Ko. And with Ko is a Japanese common female name. There are many walking instructors, and she's amazing. Yeah, I've been following her more than 10 years.
If we look up Kimiko walking instructor, can we find her?
No, it's called posture walking. She's not active in English yet.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, so
if you speak Japanese,
she does speak English too.
Yeah,
and it's called posture walking. Yeah,
I just read this book, Born to Run. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's he goes and lives with this, or he visits this Mexican village of people who are ultra runners. Like they run 50 miles at a time, and like the whole village can do this. It's incredible.
Oh wow!
And yeah, it's and they have like obviously a really good diet. I mean, they're kind of like living a very native lifestyle. But the way they run is they kind of train each other at a very young age to run in a certain way. And his message is like, well, first of all, the shoes that we have, the padded shoes, are terrible for us because they teach us to run improperly.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's very bad because when you don't want to heel strike, you don't want to like run on the heel of your foot, because your body is not used to that tension. If you heel strike when you're barefoot, it hurts a lot more. It hurts your knees, and then you adjust. But with padded shoes, you don't adjust. And so, but it's essentially what he says is like they've learned to conserve energy and to run in this very specific way. And we all know how to run, but we don't really know how to run very well. And
yeah, it's the same thing.
Same thing with the walking posture.
Walking,
I'm sure it's
we know how to walk, but we don't know how to walk well. Yeah. Yeah, it's. I think it's very similar to mewing. Mewing, like rest your face. People can rest your face. Anyone can do it. Most of the people can do it, but they don't know how to do well. Yeah.
I'm interested in forehead wrinkles. Like how do or I have something here. Like I have wrinkles coming in here. How do you
corrugator, yeah. This is another overworking muscle. That's why it's red. It always like this. This one, it's you don't do exercise to fix it because this is already overworking muscle. So instead, you can two things you can do. One is relaxing the masseter, not the masseter, corrugator tension, muscle tension by doing the massage. It's like there's a tiny muscle knot, like the one we call muscle rock. In the shoulder, when you do stiff shoulder, you have some rocks in the shoulder. And the same thing, tiny one is living in my here, 1/10 of a piece of rice size.
Wow.
Tiny one. This is funny. Every time I see people and I talk about this, I let them touch my baby. We call it kill the baby.
I'm going to make a TikTok of that. Just you saying kill the baby.
Yeah, so bad. But you need to kill this muscle rocks. Otherwise, it's going to be accumulated. That's one thing. And as you already do sleep tape, you could, in this, my sleep tape, I'm wearing it on the corrugator area too.
Oh.
To relax. Because every time you have do like this, any foreign object, tape or finger or anything can relax the overworking habit. So every time you think you're doing it, you have to stop it by fixing it, by touching it, by massaging it, or it could be tape possibly. Yeah. And also,
I have a very, go on.
In order to not to use this one, in between eyebrows, if you train the weak muscle, the eye muscle, maybe you might not have to depend on this muscle because it's all over same area, eyebrow and eye.
How do you train these ones?
The easiest one is lower eyelid, like this.
Oh.
And podcast people cannot see it, but only lower eyelid. Mew first, then close your mouth, relax your face, and then only lower eyelid. Yeah, without moving.
It's hard.
It's hard. Yeah, but it did on the left one. It did a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. It's moving. You see? Yeah. Like that. You're good at left one. Yeah. Right one is having hard time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard, but I couldn't do well either at the beginning, but with practice, I'll be able to do it. So by doing this is a very, very, we call it super sleepy muscle. Super sleepy, not just sleepy, but super sleepy. So by waking up this muscle, the entire orbicularis oculi eye muscle will be more activated so that you don't have to use this corrugator, the between eyebrow muscle, so much.
The implication, I don't know if it's like this in Japan, but the implication of the lower eye beginning to twitch is that somebody is about to snap. I mean, if you look at like cartoons or like somebody is about to get very angry or go crazy or something. Like, is that the same?
I think so. Yeah. It's you don't use that specific muscle so much in our regular facial expressions. So it's very super sleeping. But sometimes it happens when you are, I don't know, super focused or angry or something. It can happen. Yeah. Yeah.
I have this very strange question. So are you familiar with the concept of chakras?
Chakra.
Yeah, chakra. Yeah.
I've seen the picture. I don't know much about it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Like what 7 like colors? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah. I've heard that chakras correlate with nerve endings, like when the nerves all cluster around a certain spot. And there is this one chakra, I believe it's supposed to be like the third eye kind of thing. I don't know. And maybe it's the crown chakra. I don't really know. But I do wonder about like if in Japan or anything like that, if they have any sort of mythology or wisdom around something like the third eye in this area here. Which seems to be important.
I don't know, but Indian, they do bindi. It's called bindi. Do you know?
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea to relax here.
Oh,
I want to wear bindi for regular use to relax my corrugator muscle.
It's a great idea, actually.
Yeah, and it's really cute too. But I'm in LA, so I cannot easily wear it. People think I would be weird, but I like
You would
bindi.
fit in LA. Anything goes in LA.
Actually, I do because I'm always wearing all the face mask and everything outside, and I'm like really weird, but I protect my skin.
Face yoga is very good for LA. You really found LA is a perfect city for face yoga, I think.
Yes, I sometimes teach in person too because there are some people who want to learn in person. Although most of my business is online. Sometimes I teach. Yeah, there are some events too, time to time, in person.
What made you move to LA?
I have another business and that was already operating like 10 years ago. Soap business.
Oh, cool.
The Japanese skincare thing. Yeah,
oh, cool.
we were shipping and the factory was here too. That's why I came here. But since 6 years ago or so, when I really came here, I started this face yoga business. Although I was already teaching face yoga on YouTube, but it was only YouTube at the time. Yeah, but I wanted to make it a real business.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a large percentage of Japanese clients?
No, at all.
No, really? Oh, wow.
No, maybe, I don't know, 7% or something. Because we have a book we just launched a couple months ago. It's a Japanese book, Hollywood face yoga thing.
Cool.
It's all about mewing. That's why I'm showing my tongue. Anyway, because of the book, I need to get more Japanese followers. So I started adding Japanese captions because my publishers, asked me to promote to Japanese audience. So it's slowly growing, but it's without that, we wouldn't have had any, very little, because they don't speak English, and I didn't do any.
You don't do Japanese content, yeah?
No. Only thing I can do is adding caption. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. It is. It's so much work.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if you had a Netflix deal pretty soon.
Oh no, I think he's gonna get it. Mew is gonna get it.
Mew, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, obviously that would be great. But you have such a good personality for Netflix. I am like you're a good presenter, and and you can relate to people very well. Like you're fun, so it just seems like you'd be a perfect candidate for like a Netflix.
That's my mission, to spread the word about mewing and then face yoga. Not just face yoga, but face posture. So important.
You've done well.
People take care of body posture. A lot of people know the importance of keeping a good body posture, but they don't know face posture. What I mean by face posture is including resting face, of course, mewing, like how to drink, like the little thing we did, how to eat. Like you said, at the beginning, you said chewing. You mentioned chewing, but in my opinion, if you are chewing down, you're gonna sag your face like this.
How do you chew down?
So lots of people, chew more. Yes, you should chew more. You should eat harder food and chew more. But if your chewing angle is downward, it's not
I
good.
don't understand how your chewing angle can be downward. That doesn't make sense to me.
Chewing angle, that's another thing that I think I'm the only one who's talking about this. On the but you might see mature age people. Look at them when you go to restaurant, how they are chewing. They might be chewing like a and a lot of neck muscle is being engaged like this, or chewing down, right? Or could be chewing only one side, which is very common, like dominant, because dominant jaw. Yeah, that causes TMJ
And then
pain
you
too.
get uneven face, right?
And not just uneven. Uneven is fine, but you're gonna get TMJ pain, jaw pain. Lots of people are concerned about jaw pain. Jaw pain and asymmetrical face are same thing. But they don't.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Exactly same. But they don't know, and they just chew. They just try to eat hard food, which is good. But to me, if you're chewing down, if you are doing the dominant chewing all the time, it can get worse. But they don't know.
I brought some popcorn with me. I want to see if I'm chewing correctly.
Okay.
So I eat little bits at a time. Is it like drinking where I should? Okay.
Yes, it's good. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know which side is dominant?
Usually my left side, but I think I just kind of redistributed it. But
that's good.
Left side, but not really, not a lot. Like I don't only chew on the left side.
That's good. But if you don't know, lots of people do dominant chewing, mostly right side. Yours might be left side though, because you put the popcorn on the left side.
Yeah, mine is left side, yeah.
I'm left side too. Like right hand dominant, left hand dominant. Some people are left jaw dominant. And maybe yours too.
Yeah, I think I am.
And I am a rare left jaw dominant too. Although I'm right-handed. You're right-handed too?
Yeah, I'm right-handed.
Yeah. So we are a bit weird creature. But most of the people right jaw is dominant, and they put the food on the right side, and then you do distribute, but they do mostly chewing on the right side. That causes more asymmetrical face. And the TMJ will be kind of what I'm shorter. This TMJ area is gonna be shorter, and you get more pain. And the other side more sag down because you're chewing like a.
Wow.
So right side might be up if your right jaw is dominant, but the left side tends to go down. That causes asymmetrical face. And also chewing downward, so it's gonna sag the face. And senior people, if you look at senior people eating, they usually use a lot of the depressor muscle here, and the neck. Their neck is moving too much.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so that means they're depending on neck muscles and this face depressor muscle too much. Instead of chewing with the, I like chewing up to prevent chewing down. So it's like I'm exaggerating, but like they.
Oh, okay, interesting. Let me try that.
Up. Then you don't have to depend on other lower muscles. Yeah, you're left side dominant. Yeah. So left, right, like this. But in my opinion, I like to two at the same time. So up. Then it's like you're doing the chick squat exercise every time you eat. And then you don't have to do so much exercise. If you can make this as a habit.
Yeah.
And also, if you're using the dominant side too much, the mass of the, if you already have a lot of trouble with the TMJ pain or something, you can reduce it. Because now you are using more like a cheek muscle instead of jaw muscle, masseter muscle. So it can be helpful too.
Yeah, the cheek muscles, buccanators, like people who have childlike faces, like chubby cheeks. I don't quite understand what the mechanism is, but they're using their cheeks too much and they get big and puffy.
And the masseter muscle too.
Oh,
I think it's not too much about the vaccinator, but the more masseter, this is the bigger one, biggest muscle in the face.
Is that the maxinator?
No, vaccinator is more like here.
That's
this is a
okay.
masseter. Masseter.
Masseter. Oh, masseter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the one who makes your face bigger because it tends to the side, wider. And lots of people misunderstand that, oh, I'm too fat. I need to do buccal fat removal. It's not. Maybe it is. I don't know. But most of the case, it's not really fat. It's just the masseter muscle is overdeveloped to make it like chipmunk. So if you remove a fat, but you still have a lot of masseter tension, you still have big face, and then I don't know, it doesn't make sense. But yeah.
Is that if I wanted to make my masseters bigger? Obviously I don't, but how would I do it? What is the movement that what I'm really asking is what movement should I avoid to make the masseters bigger?
Avoid. TCH, which is another story. Teeth contact habit is a cause of grinding. Yeah, that's the thing. That's another thing. We call it 3 face posture tips. One is mewing. The other one is space between upper and lower teeth. The third one is tiny smile all the time. Those 3 are, to me, essential face posture. I can say more other things, but not to confuse people. I say those 3 things as a main basic. Then teeth contact habit means upper teeth and lower teeth are touching when your face is resting. Are they touching right now?
A little bit. Like I have one piece of contact right here, but nowhere else. Very lightly.
Ideally, we don't want to touch any of them. Ideally. I asked Dr. Mew a couple weeks ago at the live on Patreon. Yeah.
What did he say?
He did before said butterfly bite, like lightly touching on the back of the teeth. But I think he changed his mind. That's my understanding. He was saying because our faces are deteriorated because of modern soft chewing and then not doing the breastfeeding or a lot of stuff. Our face, not just face, body is deteriorated compared to modern ancient days. So the face changed. So that's why it might be hard to keep space for you because our face changed. But if you have perfect face, you should not be touching. That's my understanding from him.
Wow.
And that's my understanding from other doctors too. In Japan, they learn this TCH, this space thing between upper and lower teeth is way more educated in Japan than mewing. People don't know mewing, but they know this. You have to have space. That's more commonly known because they learn at school. Not school, but the dental school. So dentist teaches you. Yeah,
but not a lot, just a tiny, tiny bit of space, right? Just almost touching.
Yeah, like one almost touching, but not touching. And if you wanna create big masculine masseter, you touch it. That's bad.
Okay.
That's bad.
Okay. Wait, big masculine masseter?
Because you asked me how to avoid not to develop overworked masseter muscles. So
I thought the masseter muscles were here in the cheeks.
Here.
So is that masculine? If you have a big puffy cheek?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're gonna get masculine face. That's why I say young boys, they tend to do mewing too hard. We call it hard mewing instead of soft mewing. They do too much and they do the TCH, teeth contact habit. That's how you get strong masseter. The jawline. But in my opinion, you don't want to do it. You're going to regret later. You're going to get a lot of pain later. It's okay for now because you're young, but in 10 years later, you're going to regret.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so keep space between upper and lower teeth tiny, tiny bit, like 3 millimeter maximum or something like that all the time. Because even if they're just lightly touching, it causes tension although it's a light touching, because you're doing all the time, it's going to be accumulated to tension habit. Then that's how you start grinding when you're unconscious in bed.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of dentists in Japan, they said that's the cause, one of the cause of grinding. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had an issue with grinding. I don't think I grind my teeth at all. I wonder why. I wonder, because I think I do. Oh, maybe I've just in the past had my mouth open, so maybe that's why I don't grind. But now that I'm closing my mouth, I should be aware of grinding.
Yeah, it could be, might be like a line in the, here. Do you have it?
Do I have a line?
Bite mark. Okay. Not the surface, but in high. Okay.
Oh, inside.
So you with that tongue, touch it.
I do a little bit.
Yeah, I actually have a little bit too, which is I shouldn't have, but I do. I'll be honest. That's a evidence of tension.
Wow. Interesting, because I have it on this side, but not on this side.
So
wow. Okay.
maybe I don't know. Maybe you might be having tension, but you're left side dominant, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Asymmetry is very interesting. It's a lot of puzzles, a lot of theories, and there are some patterns, but everybody's different. I'm not a chiropractor, so I don't know, but I'm trying to find a patterns though. So
the body's very complicated.
Yeah, facial chiropractor. He teaches me a lot, and he's he's also dentist and chiropractor, which is crazy.
Okay. What is a facial chiropractor? What does he do?
So in US and probably Australia too, or any other countries except Japan, chiropractors are chiropractors. They just do mostly body and sometimes neck and a little bit face too, but mostly body focus, right? But in Japan, there's a thing called facial chiropractic. Huge market. And they do mostly face. They do body too, because facial asymmetry, a lot of things coming from body asymmetry. So they do body too. But their main thing is face. Facial chiropractic to slimmer, shorten, improve asymmetry. Improve symmetry of the face. It's way more well-known than face yoga. Way more.
Do they adjust?
They do adjust.
Okay.
Yeah, they do mostly jaw, but I went to Japan last year to learn the technique more than a month. I did a lot. Mostly I did a lot of back massage, because the reason why your face is asymmetrical is the bones are asymmetrical. Bone is like a puzzle. Lots of panels. Green, yellow, red, orange, a lot of panels. Those panels are misplaced, like puzzle. And so that they try to align it, complete the puzzle.
Yeah, wow. Cool.
That's how you reduce the asymmetry, even like saggy face, got any asymmetry. Every time you have asymmetry, like this, for example, this is the other one is longer, right? That's more saggy. So any wrinkle, any sagginess, a lot of conditions come from the asymmetry. Asymmetrically positioned bone panels, and that's how they fix it. But that's like adjustment. So it's good. But if you go back to original bad habit, it's going to go back to the original face.
Yeah.
So both are important. As a maintenance, every time I go to Japan, I ask them to fix my face. They fix my face, align it. But because I cannot go there every day, even if I'm living in Japan, I cannot go there every day. So you have to do your part. You have to do your homework too. The homework is the 50-50 chewing. You're gonna get the food, and then after chewing, you're going to put the food on the both right side and left side, and then chew at the same time. 50-50 chewing system. You must do that. And other than, aside from that, like try to do back sleeping, or when you walk, you try to walk on that balanced right side, left side balance. Don't do like sitting on one side only like this, or don't cross legs too long. If you have to cross legs, like 5 minutes alternate or something like that. A lot of things. You have to do your homework too.
I didn't know crossing legs was an issue. I never thought about that.
It's not good if you are doing only one side. If you have to do it, I understand. I'm not crossing legs, but I'm doing like a lotus pose, the yoga lotus pose. I try to change right side, left side, right side, left side. Change. Same thing. You can do the crossing legs, but because if you're crossing legs all the time, like only one this side, then pelvis is gonna be tilted. If pelvis is tilted, your spine is tilted, and if your spine is tilted, your neck is tilted, and then your face is asymmetrical too. Yeah, it's so related.
Do you do any other body movement practices to help with facial form?
I want to. I should. The only for now, I'm conscious about my running posture, walking posture, because I learned from my sensei, Kimiko, posture walking. And also, I try to do chiropractic when I do body yoga. Just by myself, though.
What do you think about collagen?
Collagen decreases with age, so unless you actively intake, or I do microneedle too, to produce collagen. And it's also, it's called a milking maneuver. It's a physiotherapy technique, but you do like hard massage. It's like regular massage is like lymphatic drainage. It's soft. You do lymphatic drainage, you're gonna get quick result, but doesn't last long time because just draining the lymph. But what I like is, this is nothing that I learned from my facial chiropractor, is that stimulate the muscle, not the muscle, bones, stimulate the bones. Bone, you know, osteoporosis?
Yeah.
Body osteoporosis and facial osteoporosis happens before body osteoporosis.
Wow.
So, yeah, you want to stimulate. And by stimulating this, it's called a layer. It's something like fascia, but the bone version called periosteum. You stimulate it, hard pressure, and that creates more root of collagen and elastin too. So I don't really do big massage, not just because I don't believe, I do believe in it, but I'm more interested in producing collagen. So I like this, and then massage, not really massage, but like this, wiggle. And then I'm massaging not the skin, not the face, not the fat, but bone.
Okay.
Yes. That's I am hoping that will be mainstream. He became the facial chiropractor who's dentist, told me this, and then he's very passionate about this, and he's excited to write what's the word, paper, science research paper. Yeah. So
do you do it on the forehead as well?
Forehead too, because forehead becomes sunk in. I have already symptom happening, so I need to do more. Actually, I do another technique called recoil. It's like gun shooting. Tan, 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 tan. It's called activator. The chiropractor use it. I use it on my face, on my own responsibility.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yep.
To like this. Tan, tan, tan,
it's just like pressure very quickly.
Yes. So you don't do like this. It's not like this. Tan, 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 tan. He said that's gonna stimulate the periosteum that produces root of collagen. Yeah. So I sometimes do it. I should do more. Yeah. So I do a lot of things.
Yeah. What about bags under the eyes, or like dark spots under the eyes?
Dark spot, depending on the cause. If the cause is your muscle is like your fat is dropping, and then you're adding the shade because the fat is dropping, like there's a big eye bag, And if that's the cause, you want to lift up the exercise we did, lower eyelid, because there's an eye socket hole here. Inside here, there's a eyeball. And behind eyeball, there's a fat to protect the eyeball. This fat, and there's a muscle behind, drops with age. That's how you get this eye bag. And that's how you get the shadow and then like dark circle here. If that's the cause, you do the exercise to lift up lower eyelid to lift up the fat up. That's one way. But if the reason is cheeks are dropping, you want to do like cheek squat exercise and then mewing and lift up your cheekbone, not just muscle, but cheekbone. Yeah. And then chewing up to lift up your cheek.
Wow.
And of course, if it's because of lack of sleep, that's not my expertise. And it could be rubbing because you have allergy or something, rubbing too much and then causing some pigment. You just have to stop that somehow because any friction causes pigment. So it depends on the reason. Yeah. But most of the reason, like a white people like you have, my face is more flat because I'm Asian. Your face is more dramatic. So dramatic face, bone structure tend to have this problem. The fat is dropping, tend to have problems. So I highly recommend you do this.
The eye movement one?
Lower eyelid lift. Yes.
When you said that, I think that's exactly what I need. I think that's right.
Because you couldn't do it on the right side. So that means it's weak. And it's not just eye. It's going to lift the cheek because eye muscle, the dark blue is the one you're trying to lift up. But by activating this one, the entire oculus oculi eye muscle is going to be activated. And then see that this eye muscle is pulling the cheek muscle. Those cheek muscles are connected to this eye muscle. So if you activate eye, you're going to lift up your cheek.
Wow. Okay.
Everything, a lot of stuff connected. So it's not just
That's
for
amazing.
eye.
I Googled one time how to deal with sunken eyes and Google is useless. It's like, I mean, all the pages are like, it's genetic. And it's like, I don't believe that.
No, I really think feeling the cheek up and then activate the eye and then mewing. Mewing is for bone, exercise for muscles. Both. If you do both, it's really effective, I think.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, but lots of people, they don't know and they try to do like a filler but you cannot do, it's hard to do around the eye because eyeball is so important. You cannot do filler on the upper eyelid. You cannot do that. Maybe lower you can, but I don't know. Yeah. They just don't know.
Surgery is always risky. Even minor surgeries can have major problems associated with them.
Yeah, I think you should do it only after you do natural solution. Then you cannot really figure out. Then you can consider. But there's so many things you can do naturally, including mewing. But they don't know. They just do like a double jaw surgery or I don't know. I love stuff. But even if you do surgery, if you don't fix the habit that caused your problem, 5 years later, you're going to get in the same situation maybe. Right? So I think,
absolutely.
Yeah, really think it's important to fix the root cause, which is your bad face habit, bad body habit.
So you were on the Kardashians. I'm so curious to know what that was like.
That was great, but it happened so quick. And then it happens like within 1 year, I started teaching in LA. Maybe LA was a good place. Of course, I knew Kim Kardashian, the TV shows and everything. But when the email was in my junk box. So I almost deleted. I almost missed it. Since then, well, I thank myself for habit to check all the junk mail. Don't
I
just,
bet you check it now. I bet you check it every time now.
I do it kind of almost every day. Now Google is improving, so I get less. And I still do check. You never know what's in there. Yeah. Then there was a phone. I thought it was a scam at the beginning, but there was a phone number. So I called them. Of course, it's not Kim, but that's Kim's people. And it was legit. Then, because they wanted to film for that TV show, and they didn't know the date because they're traveling all over. It was before pandemic. So they couldn't decide the date. And it was like a couple months later, no communication. So I thought maybe it was too good to be true. But then suddenly, can you come next week? So of course I can.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so it happened very quick, and then it was great. Crazy. I tell my people that please use that thing at my funeral, because that was one of the biggest achievement in my life.
So far.
So far.
Once the Netflix deal comes out, that it'll get replaced.
So far. Yeah. I thought AGT would be become more well known, but it wasn't. Like Kim Kardashian, the Shark Tank, those two are really big as of now. AGT was not that, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say, but somehow it's not, people don't know much about AGT more than Kim and Shark. I don't know. We'll see.
Kim Kardashian's huge.
That's huge.
Personally, I definitely watched Shark Tank, or I have before, and I haven't really watched Kim Kardashian or America's Got Talent. But I knew a lot of people who watch AGT.
Yeah.
And it was big video. And I mean, it only came out a month ago. Like
Right. So maybe they're gonna re-air, because Shark Tank, Kim too, but they do repeat air. That's why they people still talk about it. I saw you on Shark Tank.
Oh, I bet.
saw you on Kim. People still say it.
And the two women, I've forgotten any of the judges' names, but the two women loved you. They were
Sophia
very interested in you.
Yeah, Heidi. Yeah. Sophia said, Sophia said, I follow you. So she had known me. That's crazy. Wow.
It's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy experience.
Yeah.
Thankful. Because I didn't think that I would be accepted, because it's not really talent. It's a knowledge, but it's not really talent. I think it's talent, but for regular public, it's more like knowledge, right?
I think you did exactly the right thing. I think it was a very entertaining clip.
Yeah.
I don't think you were ever going to get into the second round, but it was very fun. It was incredibly fun.
Yeah.
And you got great facial expressions, and you were so confident. Like you just performed incredibly well. Yeah.
It's actually, the stage was not that big. I was surprised. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but yeah, so I wasn't so nervous. Although I have never did perform in front of that many people. It was really a lot of people. I don't know, 2,000 or something. Yeah, but it was smaller stage than I thought.
You carried a very upbeat energy that was just like infectious. I mean, I don't know if you're like, I mean, you have this very animated style. I don't know if you're like that all the time, but it's very likable. It's great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's my thing. That's why I thought, this can be considered as a talent. The way I teach is different.
Yes.
Not just boring professor lecture style. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's appealing to like modern Americans who don't really, they haven't heard about mewing. It's just this fun thing that they can try in front of their family and just have a great time, laugh at each other's faces.
Yeah, I realized that's my talent. Teaching mewing and the face muscle thing is my talent. Because I do another business, but we are trying to sell the business. Because it doesn't have to be me. That other soap business, the Japanese skincare thing, it doesn't have to be me. But this face yoga mewing business has to be me. Yeah.
Yep. What is the Japanese soap? What is it? What's
It's a
special about it? What
soap
does it do?
for persimmon fruit soap to eliminate body odor associated with aging.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's different market. More senior people, mature age, like 50 years or older. Yeah. So it's different market, it's different business, although it's same Japanese and the beauty related. But I've been doing that more than 10 years. Face yoga is like 5 years. Yeah. So in order to focus on face, I'm preparing to exit.
Oh, that's good. Well, if you're interested in buying a highly successful persimmon soap brand, let us know. Let Koko know.
Yes.
There's got to be some millionaires in the comments looking for new business. I think my following is quite intelligent and entrepreneurial. So it's
that's
very
great.
possible.
That's great. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. So are you an entrepreneur too?
Yeah, a little bit. I run a little business. I do YouTube videos for people. I do a lot of strategy. I hire people to do editing and stuff like that, and then I help influencers.
Oh, okay.
improve. Yeah, I just like.
Oh,
make
that's
videos
how
and stuff
you
like that.
help Dr. Mew. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So everyone's different. Like I've another person I helped her apply for like a grant to get. Yeah, it's just like everyone has a different strategy and like a different place that they're coming from, and so it's a lot of people skills rather than necessarily like video marketing skills. It's a lot of like, because I think oftentimes people get to they reach the point that their personality starts limiting them. Like some people have a really hard time. They don't want to make money for whatever reason. Like some people are like have weird things around money. And so like, I don't have that, but like
I don't have either.
They don't like, like a person that I was working with, like just had this business but hated money, and she didn't want to make any money, and it was like, okay, and she thought it was like the root of all evil, and she's very environmental, and so there's like I mean, first of all, it's just talking to them a lot, like asking them questions, helping them get to the root of their own issue. But then it's like, okay, well, can we donate a bunch of your profits to the rainforest? You know, can we how do we get past this? And then some people try to do everything themselves. And so it's like figuring out how to outsource to other people, like how to trust other people, how to like train and have top-down management, which I think you're particularly skilled at. I'm guessing.
Yeah, we do a lot of teamwork. I hire people all the time. Hire and fire all the time.
Yeah. That's the most important one, is firing.
Yeah, not really fire, but let the person go. No, like easy on Upwork.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On Upwork. Yeah. Very easy. And then if they're good, you can just hire them into your team.
Yeah.
Without Upwork. Yeah. That's important. Yeah. And then like I'm, right now, like I have a star employee, but it's like, oh, if she leaves, I need to start training, you know? So yeah, it's a lot of stuff. But, yeah, it's very fun. I'm getting more and more into it. So I'm really enjoying it right now.
Like a coaching business and the training business?
It's not really coaching. Because I do a lot of videos and stuff. Like I make videos for people and I help them direct videos and stuff like that.
Okay.
But my partner Elliot does coaching. He's great. He's very emotional and meditation. Elliot, my partner. My boyfriend so he does a lot of meditation and like emotional work with people. So I guess you could call it coaching, but it's a lot of like finding out how they're feeling emotionally and just helping them get to the root of their emotions. And so sometimes I coach with him because especially people in relationships, like he'll have a man and a woman and then they kind of want to talk to a man and a woman. So I'll come in and I do some coaching, but it's not like my job. It's kind of just with Elliot most of the time. Okay. Yeah, but it's fun. Yeah. I think it's interesting. My mom always said, like, your personality will get you the furthest. And that's totally been absolutely true for me. Like, personality, I I never really spent my 20s building up a lot of hardcore skills. Like I can play guitar, I can video edit, I can code, I can do some things, but like personality has absolutely gotten me everywhere. Learning how to talk to people and having people being able to confide in me, I think especially is very important.
Yeah. Mine, you cannot change the personality easily. So what I learned is that like if I have to teach like a professor style, I can't. I have to use sound effects.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I have to use my hand. I have to use my tongue. I have to use a sound effect.
Why would you ever want to teach professor style? Your style is so much fun.
Yeah. Even if I want to, I can't. I don't think I can do that.
I think that's whoever's asking you to teach professor style, that's their fault. That's their problem because
asking
you can
the wrong person.
And you can teach just as well and just be entertaining. It's like they want someone who's boring or something like.
Yeah, we call it edutainment. Education and entertainment. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Do you see yourself moving back to Japan at any point?
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna live in USA forever. You left US too. When did you leave?
Yes, I did. Well, I was 7. And then.
So you didn't grow up there?
No, I grew up in Australia. I still have the accent, but I lived there for a few years as an adult in my 20s, and I had a great time. It's very fun. Australia is very stable though. Australia is a lot less crazy, I think.
Yeah, I think so compared to LA. Yeah.
Like
I woke up 4 a.m. like a homeless looking person was like screaming and they woke us up. Like,
yes.
That's our life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I might want to live in Japan or other countries too, even because once I sell the business, the soap business, the other business, I'm already online, but there's a warehouse and some local stuff going on here. But once we sell the business, this face yoga business is 100%, almost 100% online. So it can be anywhere. And I have followers only like, I don't know, maybe 50% US. The rest is more Europe or Philippines or Dubai or any English speakers. So yeah, California is getting expensive, so it doesn't make sense. I keep telling
California
my boyfriend.
California is so strange. It's such a strange, like, I went there and I went there this year and I went to Beverly Hills and it was like Prada stores, like Prada, Gucci, all the fancy stores, and then homeless people. And it was just there. And just at the same place. And it's like, if I had $5 million to buy a house, this is not where I would buy a house.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Like, there's just, it's like rich luxury goods everywhere. And then just like, I don't even want to walk on the street in a lot of places. I don't want to be there. Like, it's not safe. I wouldn't raise children there. Yeah, absolutely not. It's just not. And the taxes are so high. Like, if you have money, you are going to leave. Why would you pay taxes for that lifestyle?
Yeah. Prices of rent, a lot of stuff getting expensive. Lots of people leave California. It was a trend a couple years ago. And I think it's still the same. So I like to live in different areas time to time.
Yeah, Australia is great. Australia is a great country. A lot of sun though.
There.
I don't think you would love the amount of sun.
I do love sun. I wear all the face gears and everything, and then like super white, and then run. I do today.
Cool.
I try to do almost every day. It really helps my sleep cycle.
Yeah. Are you concerned about like do you get sun in your arms and legs? For instance?
I have a huge gloves till elbow, and then the sunscreen on the shoulder.
Okay. Yeah.
And stomach and a little bit shoulder and the back are the only place that, maybe thighs sometimes, but the only place that receives sun.
Yeah. Are you concerned about vitamin D levels?
No, I did. I do receive sun a lot it's just some people say just palm of your hand, like 30 minutes, receive sun, that's enough. Some people say that. I don't know if it's true, but I do receive more.
That.
I do receive more sun on my stomach, or you don't have to receive sun on the face. You can receive on other areas.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. I wear a hat outside and sunscreen.
Yeah, I do a hat, the sunglasses, and the big long mask, including neck.
Wow.
Of course, with the sunscreen.
Yeah.
And then big gloves, long sleeve.
You cover up your whole face like you're going to rob a store.
Yes.
The gloves, no fingerprints.
The gloves. Yes, of course. Because I do micro needling on my hand and elbow, kind of on my neck, my knee.
Wow.
Knee here. So I do sunscreen knee here. I actually purchased the knee pad so that
cool. Wow.
But because I wear that every day, I walk around at the same place often, people know me as a weird person. So it's okay. They already know me.
It's the best. Yeah. You should be weird.
That's a good thing about LA. You can do anything. Because I don't think I can do this in Japan.
No, not in Japan.
No, I might get arrested.
My friend, I was in San Francisco with my friend, and he was having back pains, and he says, I really want to lay down. He says, I really want to lay down, but I don't want to lay down in the middle of the street because I think it'll be weird. And I said, Chris, a naked man just walked by us, and that was perfectly acceptable. He was fully naked, and that's acceptable in this area of San Francisco. Yes. And then my friend said, you're right. I guess I can just lay down in the street.
Yes. Yes, California. Yep, this is U.S.
In the Castro district of San Francisco, it's like anything goes.
Oh wow! I don't want to go. I don't know if I want to go to San Francisco now. It's changed, right?
It's an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's incredible though. I think I might wrap up here because this has been an incredible conversation. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm surprised. Throughout this conversation, I've been thinking of collaborations like I could see you doing with people, and I just realized I haven't seen you do a lot of collaborations with other influencers.
Yeah, I should. Please email us, smile@kokofaceyoga.com. I didn't really think about it. I want to do,
A few off the top of my head are Derek from More Plates, More Dates. He did a whole thing on microneedling, a video about it, and I was just thinking like Derek from More Plates, More Dates. So he does some beauty stuff quite often, and I think you would get along.
And they do microneedling.
Yeah, he's a bodybuilder. He does a lot of bodybuilding content, but he also does a lot of aesthetics. And
wow,
I think you guys would actually have a lot to talk about. Like
what's the name?
Derek from More Plates, More Dates.
Oh, thank you. Maybe I will contact.
For sure. And then the other one I was thinking was Marie Kondo. Like I don't know.
Marie Kondo would be like too high level. I cannot reach that.
No, not at all. I don't think so.
Seriously, I don't know. Maybe it's too.
It never hurts to try. It never hurts to just reach out.
That's true.
Because you've been on the Kardashian. I mean, you're huge. Like. Yeah, it would be good. It would be a Japanese interview too.
Oh yeah, actually that's true. She speaks mostly Japanese, and I speak Japanese too. That's true.
You reminded me of her because it was like you're both doing this, teaching the skill, but then there's so much a depth of character behind that I'm so interested in.
Yeah,
and so you both. It's a different type of character. I think Marie Kondo is enlightened, just personally, but.
And it looks same, right? All the Asian female look same, the same hair color.
I'm not allowed to say that.
I have once asked, "Are you Marie Kondo?" I'm small too. I'm almost same size as her. A little bit bigger, but I'm more fatter, but almost same.
No, you're not fat.
And the same with black hairs like this. And if I have a bang here, I totally look like Marie Kondo. I can.
You should interview her and look like her,
Oh,
like
yeah,
have the bang.
That'd be funny. Yeah. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, and where can people? Oh, and by the way, in the comments, if you have any suggestions on who Koko should talk to next, please leave them.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, we need to get the word out there about face yoga.
Thank you.
And then you have a ton of really interesting, like you have an app, for instance. I didn't realize
we have
this until
app. We have the recently last month launched the sleep tape. We are talking
Cool.
about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And on-demand course, certification course. Trying to build the business.
certification. Oh, cool. So they can become like
Koko face yoga instructor.
Koko coaches.
yes, but including how to teach mewing. So that
Great.
one way I did like option 1, option 2, like this thing is the part of that.
It's very important because a lot of people teach mewing improperly.
Yeah.
So certification is good because you know that they're doing everything correctly.
Yeah, and in an interesting way. If you don't show your face, if you don't show your tongue, it's hard to teach. That's why you use like a hand, fingers, real tongue, and
Animations are good. Yeah.
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 Sound effect.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And you do one-on-one classes too. That's great. It's incredible.
Yeah, group, private sessions. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Okay. Well, I hope to talk to you soon.
Yeah.
I'm sure our paths
We're
will
gonna
cross
talk
again.
about the Mewcon later.
Mewcon, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes. Hopefully that I would love to do a Mewcon. That sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
I think at this point, our team can, with your support, I think we can just organize without him, I think. Well,
yeah.
that's up to him.
I think so.
Yeah.
I told him, you don't need to get me involved with this. Like, I don't need to do it, but you need Koko. I said that to my
Yeah, I
kids.
think I can do this if he wants.
Yeah, I would get involved for sure. Yeah. A big mewing. We were talking about a big mewing convention for influencers
Mewcon.
and like people who want to meet Mike and meet Koko and have some other influencers come to go and get together and talk about mewing and advancing mewing and meet other mewers. So that'd be super cool.
Yeah. So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. And hey, thank you for listening,
Well, thank you
audience.
so
Let us
much.
know what you
Yeah.
think. Yeah. And great. I'll talk to you later.
Yes. Bye-bye. See you.